Hey everyone, Aaron here, and welcome to a kind of anime impression for a series that I think needs very little introduction because so far it has been blowing up in the social media of the anime industry of Boku no Hero Academia or My Hero Academia. So, you know, it was not per se anything that I was afraid the series might be bad or anything like that. I did see a lot of hype for it that did make me kind of feel like this series could have been overhyped, of course. And after watching the first episode, I have my likes and dislikes about it and what I think will happen with the show as a whole. Now, going forward, I'm going to say this right now. I don't think the show will be anything bad. I think the show will be very good in its own right. It has some very nice art. That's one of the best things about it. I think the art and animation for it really is something unique and individualized. And I expect no less from the studio that does this, which is I think Bones, if I'm not correct. Yes, if I'm correct, excuse me. I'm doing this really in the morning with no sleep, by the way, because I was actually one of the people who I wasn't per se staying awake to watch this, but I ended up doing that not because I wanted to, but because I couldn't sleep the whole night. So I was like, you know what? Let me watch it now, and let me do an impression because it seems like everyone wants to kind of hear some input on it. Because really honestly, I was almost thinking I wasn't even going to do this in the first place, but I figured, might as well talk about it because I mean it's something that everyone's talking about right now. So the main concept of My Hero Academia or Boku no Hero Academia is that we have a world where people are born with things called quirks, which actually allow them to use innate superpowers. So people can use like ice powers, for example. They could use telekinesis, fire, which is pyrokinesis. They could use all these different powers. Various characters in the beginning of the show will show off that they could use wood powers or even grow up to huge sizes. Our main character Izuku actually, unfortunately, is wants to be a hero, but has no quirk. He is one of the few that has no quirk, and then he's bullied essentially because of that. Now, without going too much into detail about the first episode, because I don't want to spoil it for those who have not seen it yet, or maybe have seen it but just want to have more so just a thing of quick talking about it, he essentially is greeted with his favorite hero, which is All Might or Might Hero. I think his name is, if I'm correct, All Might. I'm sorry about that, guys. And what's funny about that is that this is his childhood hero. This is the person that he admired so greatly when he was a kid because he wanted to be a hero that he really could not be. And he hopes that still he can be a hero. So what's interesting about this show, and I could see it going in many different places, I could see either one of two things happening. And again, I have not read the manga for this. I know the manga is really big. In I hear everyone talk about the manga and how great it is, but I have not read the manga personally. I can see it going one of two ways. I can see it where Izuka becomes a latent quirk user, or he uses more so a kind of understanding of kind of how heroes and villains work. Because one thing you see already in the first episode is that because he likes heroes so much and he also analyzes so much about them, he was writing in a notebook different things of their powers and what pros and cons of using their powers. For example, one of the main heroes that shows up in the beginning of the show is a girl who can grow to huge sizes, and what he says right away is, "Oh, okay, so she's strong, but she also may cause a lot of damage around to her surroundings." So overall, it's an interesting show. I think it's got potential to be something really good. I am not per se anything of crazy for the show. I know a lot of people are going, "Oh, this is gonna be the greatest anime ever." I have mixed feelings with that personally. I'm not saying that I don't think it could be a great anime. I think it's just gonna be something that the manga will be better than the anime for, because again, I hear so much great talk about the manga, so I really think that a lot of people are expecting the anime translation of it to be something that it might not be able to be. But we don't know yet. This could be really good. This could be mediocre. Who knows? I am leaning towards it being a good series overall because I see a lot of ability to be interesting. I mean, personally, the first episode doesn't give you a lot to go off of, so you can't say right away if it's going to be something phenomenal. I think it's showing enough that it shows it has some great action. It shows it has some great art. The opening and closing are really good for it. I actually was listening to them, and they really are good. And it does have that potential to be amazing, but is it going to be amazing? We won't know yet. And I don't want to join the hype train of saying, "Oh, it's going to be great because the manga is great," because there's plenty of shows that the manga is great, but the anime falls a little flat, like Tokyo Ghoul, for example. And I'm not afraid to say that Tokyo Ghoul, the animation, was not as good as the manga. That's just how I feel strongly about it, and I know several other people are agreeing with me with that. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little short impression. I'm actually gonna do another impression today of Real Life because that's actually a series I'm really looking forward to by the creators of like stuff like Steins Gate and stuff like that. So I'm gonna do an impression of that later today too, and I'll probably put that up when it comes out or relatively as soon as I watch the episode. So expect it around 3 o'clock, maybe 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go crash because I'm half asleep. I will talk to you all later. Have a great day if I don't talk to you guys until later. Bye bye, everyone.